Please read the roll.
Keller,
Absent.
Hedges,
Here.
Tice,
Here.
Klitzka,
Here.
Hallinan,
Here.
Moats,
Absent.
Lukasak,
Here.
Duval.
Here.
I'd like to invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and you're welcome to join us in the invocation that will follow if you wish.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
council members should have received the minutes from the July 1st council meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve. So moved by Tom Duval, seconded by Audrey Lukasak. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. Are there any reports from council members this evening? Mrs. Hedges, Chairman of the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Mrs. Tice. We did have a finance meeting on June 24th. As a result of that, we have 3 different pieces of legislation that will be discussed on tonight's agenda. One does have some changes we need to make to it, so we'll discuss that at that time.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Klitzka, Chairman of the Judicial Committee.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, we have one ordinance this evening regarding movement from a low-density residential district to a planned unit development. We'll talk about that when the allowance comes forward.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Hallinan.
Thank you. We had a safety committee meeting today at 6:30, just before the meeting, where we had updates from our police department and a lot of statistics and things of what they've been doing in the first half of the year. But most importantly, they're going to have a national night out on August the 5th from 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. It was phenomenal last year, and I know it'll be the same this year. They'll have the many things they do with the touch truck and the canines and all that kind of stuff. So it should be a great time.
Is that the one where they do a parade through the city? Or is it
No,
just
Just out at the park.
at the park, at Ted Lewis Park?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Good. Thank you. Mr. Duval, Chairman of the Service
Announcement
Committee.
and observation. The observation is that we thank you, Mayor, for your staff and your support. We just come back from the Utilities Building. Amazing transformation of what used to be the old service building, which has moved into the ODOT building. And very, very helpful, and very impressive. And just want to extend a thank you to you for that support. And then the other point, there's about 7 other items to bring up from the Service Committee for tonight's meeting.
Okay, thank you. I would like to announce that the Tree Commission has 3 openings due to members who are retiring at the end of their terms. So if anyone would like to apply, the website, the city's website has the applications, and if you'd like to have more information, please feel free to call me. We will accept applications through August 15th. If you'd like to serve on the Tree Commission, please fill out an application, send it in. Okay. The next, we have the city officials' reports. We are pleased to have several city officials with us this evening, including our mayor, Michelle Blanton, our law director, Kendra Kinney, and our auditor, Mark Bidwell. Do any of you have reports this evening?
I do not. Thank you.
I do not. Thank you.
I have just a short one, just a couple of shout outs. Since our last council meeting where we were all together, we did have the Backwards Boom event that was at the Pickaway County Ag and Event Center. It was well attended. I don't know if you drove out that way, but I think every parking lot from Kroger to past the fairgrounds was full. I know there were people at the school watching, and so it was a really good event. So I just wanted to shout out to the group of guys that put that together and sought permission to bring it to the city. They didn't have to do that, but they chose to. And so I just want to publicly thank them for that. I think it was a great event that was had by all. This past week, we did have a new school that opened on North Court Street in the old a Child's Place location right next to or on the same side of the street as Wellman's. And so it will be for neurodivergent, autistic, the children who might require a little bit extra attention while they're learning. And so we're thankful for that, the school and the new principal that's coming. I'm sure that they will come and introduce themselves to you. Feel free to reach out to them and introduce yourself. This past Friday, we had our second movie in the park where Guardians of the Galaxy was shown. It was hot. Our next one is scheduled for August the 8th, and we will be showing Shrek. So please come out, bring your family to Ted Lewis Park for that event. There was an article in the Herald, the Circleville Herald this week, specifically talking about the income tax levy that was passed by council that was recommended by my office. I just wanted to remind people that the presentation and the data that was used for that was presented at the May 27th Finance Committee meeting. It was presented to council for the first time, I believe on June 3rd for its first reading. So if anybody would like to have that additional data, we can make sure that you get that. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Mayor Blanton. And I do want to follow up and say that the fireworks were excellent. We were able to be out there, and it was great to see so many members of the community there enjoying the evening. We appreciate the people who put that on.
We do have a question of the mayor.
Sure.
So
That's the next thing. Do you have a question
Okay.
for the city officials?
I know that the council has received an email regarding fireworks, and some of the different communities in Ohio, that have passed different changes about what's happening. And I'm aware of other people who have been expressing concerns. And do you see further conversation with the council about that email and the petition that's going around, or?
Well, Councilperson Lukasak, I am not aware of an email. I don't think that I received that. Perhaps it went to council members only, but I was not aware that council had received an email. So this is the first that I'm hearing about that. If a conversation needs to be had, we can have that for sure.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else have a question or comment for our elected officials? Okay. The next section we have is the public addresses for council. So would anyone in the audience like to address council this evening? If so, please come to the podium. Ask you to give the clerk your name and address. We are glad you're here. We appreciate all the public input. You have 5 minutes, and please know that your comments will be recorded. You get to close to the end of your time, the clerk will, signal you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Danielle Evans, and I reside at 574 Garden Parkway here in Circleville. Good evening, council members, Law Director Kenny, Mayor Blanton, and members of the public. My name is Danielle Evans, and I live at 574 Garden Parkway here in Circleville. I'm here to address recent events in which 2 appointed Cities of Circleville officials, Public Service Director James Stanley and Public Safety Director Paul Pride, acted in a manner not in accordance with their role's responsibility to the residents of our community. Before I continue, I want to make it clear that I forgive James Stanley, Paul Pride, and their leadership for the choices they made to act in such a manner. But considering recent cuts to Circleville's safety resources, I found it imperative to bring this information before you tonight and ask for a public response on how the city will better utilize its limited safety resources when it comes to supporting the small businesses that have such a huge part, or that play such a huge part in our community. For context, I own Fields of Laughter Flower Farm, a small female veteran-owned specialty cut flower farm based in Asheville. When not at farmers markets in Asheville, South Bloomfield, and Columbus, I operate a small self-serve flower stand from our home in Circleville at the corner of Meadow Lane and Garden Parkway, which seems pretty serendipitous if you ask me. The mission of our farm is simple: spread joy throughout our community and create a communal gathering space where people can put their hands in the dirt, connect with God, nature, and each other, and most importantly, fill the fields with actual laughter. As I approach 1,000 days of sobriety, I can faithfully say that this farm has saved my life, and God has put it on my heart to share that joy with others who might have similar experience. God gave me a green thumb and the strength to speak up, and I do not plan to misuse either. That said, unfortunately, James Stanley and Paul Pride used their position's powers not to support a new local business, but instead to single us out, even resulting in an intimidating visit to our private residence. But before detailing the aforementioned events, I would first like to take responsibility for my own behavior from the morning of July 8th, when I lost my temper while retrieving my fresh flower signs from the city zoning office. The behavior exhibited that day was not in congruence with how I conduct myself or my business. However, I was bewildered as to why, after operating the flower stand for over a year with absolutely no issues from the city or my neighbors, and having previously communicated in writing to the city zoning inspector my intent to operate said stand, my business was experiencing problems for a second time in as many weeks. I do apologize for being quick to anger that day, but I do not feel as though the following events were coincidental. The first incident was on the morning of Sunday, July 6th, when Mr. Stanley claims he picked up 10 signs from city easements around town. However, photos from 6:30 p.m. that evening show signs still standing on the street corners of Garden Parkway where my signs had also been placed. When asked to explain why only my signs had been taken, Mr. Stanley simply claimed that anything found in city easements was considered litter. If the city's public service director is indeed going around to pick up trash after business hours on a long holiday weekend, then I commend you and can provide more photos from places like Ted Lewis Park taken after July 6th, where the city can focus their cleanup efforts. The second and more frightening event happened on the evening of Tuesday, July 8th, when newly appointed Public Safety Director Paul Pride arrived after hours and unannounced to our private residence with the very clear intent of keeping me from coming here tonight. This man was a Marine, spent over 30 years with the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and now holds a public position appointed by the mayor. However, when I asked Mr. Pride to remove the 2 signs from the easement of Garden Parkway, signs which we could see from where we stood on my private residence, and signs which still stand to this day, he answered, "I don't have the authority to remove them." I'm here to ask for a solution. As a proud small business owner, a farmer, and a resident of Circleville, I find that the actions of these officials were not aligned with the values of service or safety. And at a time when city leadership is encouraging the passage of upcoming levies, I must ask, is this really the best use of our limited resources? I have 2 sentences left. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. Oh, you said 30. I thought you said 10. Despite all of this, though, I am thankful. What started as a frustrating situation has led to an outpouring of community support, new business opportunities for us, and deeper connections with other small business owners, all because of a few silly signs. God truly does work in mysterious ways. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing how the city plans to move forward. And that is it.
Thank you for coming and sharing your concerns. The safety director and the service director both work for the mayor. So
Correct.
I would suggest that you make an appointment to talk to her, and the administration can handle that. That's not really something that council would weigh in on.
Okay, I will do that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to address council this evening? Please come to the podium, give us your name and address.
Good evening. My name is Tom Spring. I live at 335 Meadow Lane. I actually just had 5 questions about the levy. And if you don't have the answers tonight, that's fine. In case you did, I just wanted to ask, and we can certainly get them later. One, is this a permanent levy or a temporary levy?
I would.
It's
let
permanent.
It's a
Permanent?
permanent levy. We'll defer to the mayor.
Okay, so after 3 temporary, this will be a permanent. What are the estimated revenue amounts for the fire and EMS part of the levy and for the street services part of the levy?
I'm sorry, I don't have that. I can get that for you.
Okay. My next question has to do with the fire and EMS budget. And I see there is $4.2 million appropriated for fire and EMS in the 212 and 227 special revenue funds. So I was curious to see what the total fire department budget would be after this levy passage. And I was wondering, one, is there a 5-year plan for fire operations that's been developed if this levy would pass? And second, could we get a copy of the breakdown of the proposed spending for the fire and EMS part of that levy?
Yeah, Mr. Spring, I would have to defer you to the mayor.
Sure.
You could make an appointment. I'm sure she could answer those questions and get you those numbers. It's not something that I have available right here.
Yeah, I
Sure.
understand and I appreciate that. Thank
But
you.
yes, all that information is out there.
May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so 5 questions. Is this permanent or temporary? That was one.
Uh-huh.
Second is how much is the fire portion of the levy?
And
For the 0.4, how much revenue?
the fire and EMS part and the street
Yes.
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just the broken down of the 0.4 and the 0.1.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Correct.
And then the total fire budget across city accounts, because you mentioned 2, but fire comes out of additional funds as well.
Correct.
So you want that?
Yes, please.
Okay. And the proposed plan for expenses of the fire, the 0.4,
Yeah.
what that's going to be spent
Yeah.
for. Okay. Is that everything?
I don't know if they're-
5-year plan too, I think was.
Well,
Was that?
I was interested what the breakdown of spending was proposed if the levy passes. And then if there's a 5-year plan, I used to do 5-year plans when I was planning levies for other communities. And I didn't know if Circleville did that too,
Sure.
because fire's an expensive operation with their rolling stock that they have to replace so every so often and turnout gear and everything else. So.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
Is there anyone else who would like to address council this evening?
Thank you, President Pro Tem. I am Katie Hedges, representing as a private citizen and a volunteer for the PAC, which is the Political Action Committee that's been put together to actually help pass the levy regarding the questions that Mr. Spring asked. We are having our second volunteer meeting this coming Monday, July 21st at 4:30. It is at 544 Clinton Street. We have several volunteers already. We're still accepting more. We'd love anyone and everyone to come out and help learn more about it, help us begin this journey as we go forward and try to get that levy passed in November. So again, this coming Monday, 4:30, July 21st, 544 Clinton Street. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Colasar, do we have any communications? this
Yes,
evening?
we do. We received a letter from Richard Gerhart with Uptown Circleville Design Committee thanking City Council for being a patron and contributor of the iconic circle sculpture and town clock. As permanent recognition of the contributions by the City of Circleville, a plaque noting this contribution has been placed at the gateway on the sculpture. And we received an email correspondence from Mr. Bill Green expressing his concern for the escalating issue of fireworks around July 3rd and other major holidays. Mr. Green urges council to consider implementing an ordinance to prohibit the sale and use of fireworks within city limits, excluding licensed professionals and approved public exhibitions.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to the legislation portion of the evening. Do you have? Oh, yes. Can I have a motion to
I'll make
add this to the official
Not to
record?
talk over you, I'm sorry. I'll
No,
make
that's
that
fine.
motion, please.
Mr. Klitzka and seconded by Mr. Hallinan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion carries. Now we have the legislation portion. Mrs. Colasar, do we have any legislation for a third reading this evening?
No.
Do we have any ordinances for a second reading?
Yes, we do.
Would you please read the first ordinance?
An ordinance amending the annual appropriation ordinance in the General Fund 101 Municipal Court CCA Grant 24/25 Fund, 263 Sanitary Sewer Operating Fund, 909 Sanitary Sewer Improvement and Extension Fund, 920 of the City of Circleville.
Thank you. This ordinance was reviewed by the Finance Committee. Mrs. Hedges, could you tell us more about it?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Tice. So this is our sixth housekeeping ordinance of the year. It totaled just under $2.8 million. As the auditor often does, he provided a helpful key that goes line by line for every fund that was affected. The majority of this total was pass-through funds for grants. 1.5 was a pass-through for the OWDA loan, and then 888,000 was a pass-through for the OPWC grant fund for the park, the North Court Street and Pickaway Street parks. So there were some other smaller line items. There was a request from council to move over some costs related to publications that we've had to have. And then we had some $2,500 in professional services. And I think those were the highlights. Mark, did I miss anything?
No, that pretty much covers it. The big thing that I do want to point out is the donation from PCCF
Yes.
for
Thank you.
the Ted Lewis Park.
Yep, so there was a $250,000 donation from PCCF that's specific to Ted Lewis Park. And then in that line item as well was another $20,000, which accounts for insurance reimbursement.
Excellent. Well, we definitely appreciate their donation.
So again, the total was $2,789,892, with the majority of that being passed through grant funds. And it did come with a recommendation for passage from finance.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions or comments from council people? All right, I will entertain a motion to suspend the rules. So moved by Mr. Duval, seconded by Mrs. Lukasak. Please read the roll.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka,
Yes.
Hallinan,
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Okay. Motion for passage by Mrs. Hedges, second by Mr. Hallinan. Please call the roll.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka,
Yes.
Hallinan,
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Okay, very good. What's the number?
Oh, and assign 7/52/2025.
Thank you. Please read the next.
Adopting the budget of the City of Circleville, Ohio for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2026, and submitting the same to the county auditor.
Okay, this also comes to us from the Finance Committee.
Thank you very much. So again, Mark provided a several tabbed Excel spreadsheet that we have gone over at length, but Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of explain the process to what this looks like and the timing behind it.
Thank you. So this is the very first budget that we will do for the year. It's called the revenue budget or tax budget. So basically, this is an estimate of what we will be getting for 2026. It also has a sketch, I guess, or outline of what our expenses will be for 2026. So with that being said, an estimate for 2026 as far as our general fund, which is what most people look at when they're looking at these things. We're looking at an estimated 9.19 million that we will be bringing in for 2026 against an 8.21 million that we brought in or estimated that was to bring in for 2025. 265,000 of that is grants, which is higher than, 265,000 more from 2025 is grants, and 300,000 was the real estate taxes. So a couple larger items in there that really bumped up the estimate for that. With that, and then with the expenditures, since we have, I can't base our estimates on a levy that is not passed yet. So these are based on no, the 0.5% not going through. So with that being said, the safety forces, again, are going to be eating into 101 at the cost of an additional $400,000 estimate for the safety forces in personnel services line. And that's the biggest main hitter on the general fund. So overall, what I have is a total of 10.46 million estimate for expenditures in 2026 out of the general fund. With the since the expenditures are going to be higher than the estimated revenue, I have us at a $762,000 carryover going into 2027. I do still show a positive, but I do want to let you know that this year we estimated at just over $2 million estimated carryover going into 2026. So this will be eating in about $1.3 million of that carryover. And I do, again, this can be adjusted throughout the year. So even though I do have it in place and it's something that we send to the county, this can be changed by the end of the year, just so you're kind of aware these numbers we're looking at 18 months out for some of these numbers that they're wanting me to get down to the penny. And obviously that's an expectation that's not possible. So they do give us latitude to by the 12/31 to be able to make any change that we want to make at that point. So other than that, we have our just our normal, they're called our commercial or government special revenue fund. Sorry. Nothing stands out there that's going to be higher or lower than what we currently are spending this year. We do have our utilities. Our utilities budget is much lower than it has been in the past 4 years due to the building of the sanitary sewer building out there. So that will really lower the overall cost. But again, those were all just passed through loans that we will be paying back starting in 2026. So with that being said, the total that I'm estimating that we'll be bringing in with all funds, including utilities, including the special revenue and general fund, I have set $33,204,000 that we will be receiving in revenue. And finally, I'm sorry, that was it. $33,204,000 I'll be receiving in revenue.
Okay, thank you.
So it has been our habit to read this for 3 readings. So assuming that we're going to stick with that, I would make a motion to hold for a 3rd reading.
No,
No, this one does not. Yeah, the expense budget is the one we normally have 3 readings.
Yeah, I forgot. This one has a date. My apologies. So I would make a recommendation for passage. It did come out of our committee with a recommendation and further discussion in subsequent meetings.
okay. Do we have questions on that?
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
A motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Hallinan, seconded by Mrs. Lukasak. Please call the roll.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Pliska,
Yes.
Hallinan,
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for passage.
Motion for passage by Mrs. Hedges, seconded by Mr. Klitschko. Ms. Colasar, please call the
Hedges,
roll.
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Pliska.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And is assigned 7/53/2025. An ordinance to amend the zoning district of 0 Stoutsville Pike, parcel number 835-0-001-00-022-00, and parcel number 835-0-001-00-023-00 from LDR Low Density Residential District to PUD Planned Unit Development District.
Okay, thank you. This ordinance was reviewed by the Judicial Committee. Mr. Klitschko?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This particular ordinance, like I say, what we're doing here is moving from the low density resident to the PUD of the planned unit development across from our Circleville College. And what I'd like to do is basically change this so that we can develop mixed use homes there. And that's really it. This is just a change in how we look at things.
The zoning, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Redoing the zoning. Any questions or comments on that? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to suspend the rules by Ms. Lukasak, seconded by Mr. Duval.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Pliska.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for passage, please.
Motion for passage by Mr. Klitschko, seconded by Ms. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Pliska.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So those are the 3 that are for a second reading. So we have more legislation.
Sorry. This was assigned 07/54/2025.
Thank you. So for our first reading, we have a few more.
Mhm.
Please read the next ordinance.
Resolution determining the sufficiency of one or more consents to add certain parcels of real property to the Circleville New Community Authority District pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 34903B4, setting a date for a public hearing on such one or more consents as required by Ohio Revised Code Chapter 349 and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. This resolution was reviewed by the Finance Committee. Mrs. Hedges?
Thank you, Ms. Tice. So this is what I had referenced earlier, that we need to make a change to that. I'm going to turn it over to Tyler with Bricker-Neckler to discuss it, but I want to kind of outline the changes that we have to make on the floor. If you recall, the last meeting that we had, Tyler had alluded to the ordinance as previously presented included 8 different properties. There were a couple of properties that were in question as to whether or not the timing was going to be sufficient for this specific ordinance. As a result of what has happened, 3 properties have been removed from the original ordinance that was presented to us. It has not changed anything else substantively at all throughout the ordinance, but I do want to call that attention to that. The 3 that we are removing are the CM Walters Partnership, which is the Wesley property owners, the Jodiro concept, and then the Cellar Lumber location, correct?
Yep.
So those 3 are being removed from the ordinance to, again, bring the properties down for the NCA from 8 to 5. And the timing was just not right. Nothing else changed. So I'll let Tyler speak to this ordinance again as a reminder to exactly what it is. But if it does move forward, it will have to be amended on the floor prior to that happening.
So am I understanding correctly that those developments are just not at the stage where they're ready to do this at this time, but we'll probably hear from them again in the future?
Yes, that's correct. And in fact, we have a meeting on Thursday with Ms. Wynn to just go over those 3 projects. We think they're a little bit larger of projects. They're also just in a little bit longer of a time horizon. There possibly will be development agreements associated with those projects because of their size, and there may be incentives involved. And so there are some opportunities for us to kind of get those in when the time comes.
Very good. Thank you.
And not to sidestep, this starts to create triggers for public hearing notices and requirements. So those entities will be added probably in a separate agreement down the road. But because of all of that, I think the conversations that the city has had with Tyler, this is the best way to progress. So
just one thing to note, the law director also provided copies of everyone's desk. So you should have this. It's the 3 highlighted sections that are what are getting removed. Thank you, Tyler.
Go ahead.
Any other questions or?
Wait, no, you can just tell us.
If you want to just give us a quick summary.
Awesome.
I know you've been here many times.
Yes, so I think the general purpose and point of the NCA is pretty well burnt in probably. The NCA, just for background, is a policy choice of the city to, as folks want to come to the city of Circleville, to levy an 8 mil charge to help the city finance public infrastructure and capital improvements as the city continues to grow. And that's what we're doing with this legislation. We talked about some of the entities that we had to remove for just purposes of this cycle, but the entities that are in this document include Frito-Lay, that is a food and distribution warehouse, which is continuing off of Circle Lane, a racetrack development project that is a gas station and convenience store that's coming to town. We have the 1185 North Court Street project. I believe that was a former dry cleaners facility. Also looking at a convenience store, commercial gas station project there. The Clifton development project. That is a proposed probably over 100 single-family residential homes coming down the pike. And the last one that is included here is the Alto project. The Alto project, as you know, is a mixed single-family and then also multifamily project. All of those are here. Now, what is this piece of legislation? It's just the first part of our process under the Ohio Revised Code to add these parcels of property into the new community authority. We switched up a little bit. Instead of having an application, the code allows us to have a consent. The property owners are consenting, and they have consented to adding their property by agreement into the NCA. Those copies of those documents are all on file with the clerk. This is a resolution that says under the code, all that needs to be included in the consent has been included. As stated by the law director, this also sets the date of a public hearing for August 19th. It allows the clerk to publish notice of the public hearing for 3 weeks, which will occur at the end of July and in the beginning of August. And then we'll come back on the 29th for Finance Committee for the last piece of legislation. And then we'll be back here on August 19th with that as well. But that's the general schematic of what we're doing. This is just the first step.
Thank you. And just for the public, this does put a property tax on the homes in the new developments that will help pay for the public infrastructure that the city is, required to have It will not affect any existing homes. It's only the homes in those new developments.
That's correct. And I would just also add that this is a voluntary charge that these
Yes.
owners have consented to upfront, which is what was done with the consent and that is on file with the clerk.
Thank you. So with that said, I would like to make a motion to amend the original version, which would be removing the 7th, 8th, and 10th whereas to the original and leaving all other things the same.
So the ones that are highlighted on our copy
Yes.
in yellow will be removed from the original version.
Correct.
Everything else stays the same.
Correct.
Any questions? Okay, I will second that motion.
Thank you.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for the revised resolution.
Okay, the motion to suspend the rules by Mrs. Hedges, seconded by Mr. Klitzka.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for passage.
Motion for adoption by Mrs. Hedges,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Hallinan.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And assign 7/55/2025.
Thank you.
An ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service to enter into a 10-year contract with Utility Service Company, Inc. to provide for professional asset management services in connection with the Nicholas Drive and Town Street water tanks and declaring an emergency.
Okay, thank you. This came to us from the Service Committee. Mr. Gall?
We have, I would define this as a no-brainer. The people who have been doing this service the last 10 years are coming back for a new contract, for another 10-year contract. We've been very, very pleased with their performance. Their charge actually for this year is less than last year and is expected to go down because they're using a new coating on the inside of the tank so that we don't have to recoat every year, but rather just maintain or inspect or possibly do a little repair. Each one of these tanks will be drained every other year, so we can actually do a physical inspection inside the tank. The day that, or the year that it is not drained, we do put a diver into that tank to again inspect. So this is just a continuing process. It's a $250,000 expenditure over 20 years, which is expected to probably run about 60% of that based on our projection, but this way we're covered. So I would highly recommend it, and our committee is recommending that for approval for
All
council.
right, thank you. Are there any questions, comments? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Duval, seconded by Mrs. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for passage, Mr. Duval. I will second that.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Assign 7/56/2025. A resolution authorizing Take Back the Strip to use city streets for Rockford Tots for 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Also came to us from the Service Committee.
Again, taking a bit of a thank you to Take Back the Strip. We do have many helpful organizations within the city of Circleville that do nice things for various parts. In this case, the two children. We're going to see this, and then Kidsapalooza coming up soon, again from Take Back the Strip. This is going to happen on August 16th from 7 to 12 p.m. And Main Street will be closed from Court Street to Pickaway Street in the alley behind Toodles during that period of time. They do have their $2 million certificate of liability insurance. They will also be following all the public health safety requirements from the state of Ohio. And again, it is our recommendation to this council to approve that.
Okay, any questions, comments? I know this is an event that they've done in past years, and it's been very well received. and
Continuing.
Benefits the community. So,
Motion to suspend the rules?
motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Hallinan, seconded by Ms. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for adoption by Mr. Duval, Seconded by Mr. Hallinan?
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
And is assigned 7/57/2025. A resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service to apply for, accept, and enter into financial assistance funds through the T-Mobile Hometown Grant Fund and declaring an emergency.
Okay, this resolution also came from the Service Committee. Mr. Duval?
This is for Ted Lewis Park, the new four-season, what do we call it? Four-season
Shelter House.
shelter house. We have, I think, Mayor, do we have about 600,000 already raised for that roughly?
535.
535. The estimates came in a little higher than we thought we would. So T-Mobile has a grant available we can apply for, and that's what this is for. For specifically Ted Lewis Park, for specifically for the four-season shelter house.
Sounds great. We love grant money.
I'm sorry, and we would recommend the council approve this, yes. Sent to you for approval.
Any questions, comments? All right, I will entertain a motion to suspend the rules by Mrs. Lukasak, seconded by Mr. Kliska.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for adoption by Mr. Hallinan. I will second that.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And is assigned 7/57/2025.
Wait just a second. I
Wait, yes.
think the last one was
758.
57.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Next one.
758.
Also, just for clarification, that amount is 575.
Thank you.
Okay. A resolution authorizing Take Back the Strip to use city streets for their annual Kidsapalooza for 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Also from the Service Committee.
And we have the sister ordinance here, sister resolution, excuse me, from Take Back the Strip. This is for Kidsapalooza. This will happen on October 4th from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Court Street from Main to High, Pinckney Street, and Court Street North and Watt Street. There is a rain date scheduled for the 5th of October if that is a problem. Again, we have the $2 million certificate liability. They are following all the public health requirements from the state of Ohio. And it is our recommendation to council to pass this.
Great. Another good event for the community. We appreciate from the Take Back the Strip group. Any questions, comments? No? I will entertain a motion.
Motion to suspend the rules.
By Mrs. Hedges, second by Ms. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion for adoption by Mrs. Hedges, second by Mr. Kliska.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And is assigned 7/59/2025.
Okay.
A resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service to apply for, accept, and enter into a water supply revolving loan account, WSRLA, a construction loan agreement on behalf of the City of Circleville for the construction of new water facilities for Walnut Street, designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. This ordinance was reviewed by the Service Committee as well.
Let me go into the weeds a little bit here. This is Walnut Street Phase 1, which is going to take place between Clinton and Washington. There'll be 3 phases in total. This is a construction loan. We'll be talking about a design loan a little earlier. This is for the actual purpose of doing the construction. We're replacing all of the service lines within the street with this loan. We currently have about 900,000 plus from CDGB, which if you're asking is, I had it here a minute, Community Development Block Grant.
Yes.
Point being, we have the biggest hunk of 1.6 million for this project already appropriated. This is for a loan. And it's our expectation that this is probably going to be approved as requested. I think we've got it.
And those loans are at good rates for these sorts of things, right?
I'm sorry?
The loan is at a low interest rate.
It is a loan.
Yes.
Yes.
We do have our Utilities Director, Brian Frost, with us this
Yes.
evening. Do you have anything to add to this? Okay. Sorry.
Not really, just that everything Tom said was correct. This is part of this. We got a community development block grant for $500,000 and $464,000 from the OWDA, WSRLA in lead service line replacement.
Replace water lines.
Correct. Water services to the residents, and it'll be a full street rebuild, so it will contain storm sewer,
Okay.
Gutters, sidewalks.
sidewalks, the whole thing. It'll be a nice project.
Good. We can use
And
that.
all told, I think 1.6 million of which, as Tom stated, about $1 million of it, close to between 900 and $1 million's already covered in those grant funds.
Okay, very good. Any questions, comments?
Thank you.
Motion to
We have
suspend the
a
rules.
motion to suspend the rules by Mrs. Hedges, second by Mr. Hallinan.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka,
Yeah.
Hallinan,
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion for adoption.
Motion for adoption by Mrs. Hedges, seconded by Mr. Klitzka.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka,
Yes.
Hallinan,
Yes.
Lukasak,
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And is assigned 7/60/2025. A resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service to apply for, accept, and enter into an Ohio Water Development Authority, OWDA, design loan agreement on behalf of the City of Circleville for the design of new water facilities for the North Side Water Line Project, designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Duval?
And just to
Service
be-
Committee?
Thank you. Just to be clear, everything we talked about tonight has not cost the city of Circleville a penny. These are applications for loans or grants for use for future projects. That said, this is a design loan. If you let me read you the streets, probably that'd be more meaningful to you. Lincoln, Sunshine, Pershing, Linwood, Georgia, Mulberry, Dartmouth, and North Court. This is basically a total redesign of that water distribution system in that north end of Circleville. In order to do a construction loan, you have to have the project done. This is for the design, the engineering work, so that is ready. So as soon as we want to move on this project, we've got that background done. We can move right into it. This loan, the design loan, will be included then in the construction loan, which we will come back for at a later date. And again, our committee felt this was a worthy project for the council to approve.
Okay, thank you.
And again, it's a loan.
Yes, it is a loan. So we would have to repay that, but at a lower rate. Is that correct? Anything you'd like to add to that, Mr. Frost? You've sat through this long meeting. We need to just hear from you.
Again, just echoing everything Tom said. We have done extensively over the last couple of years a water line model. We've dovetailed that in with pavement condition rating. So we have gone to great lengths to integrate these two systems. Water line condition is basically risk of failure, criticality of failure, and with lead service line requirements from the EPA sort of bearing down on all municipalities, we want to get this design in place to take care of those funds when they're available. And that's what the design loan's for. So once we have that shovel ready, more or less, to go forward, we can apply for lead service line funding, principal forgiveness, 0%, whatever the going action is at that time. So that's the plan. And to your point, in theory, design loan rolls into construction loan, as Tom said. So that's the
Okay.
plan.
Yes, Mayor?
Utility Director Frost, can
Yes,
you
madam.
tell the people in the audience and people watching at home where these funds will come from and how that money is specifically considered as we also talk about a levy, an income tax levy?
Those being enterprise funds, we are distinctly separate from general fund revenues. We are not tax dollars. We are simply generated from the rates of the services that we provide. We are encapsulated in the 800 and 900 funds. We can't deviate from that. Ours go to simply that kind of infrastructure: water, sewer, distribution, collections.
So you're saying that all of the water lines come from money that's received on water bills, the utility bill,
Correct.
right? It's not income tax money.
It's all
at all.
billing revenue.
Very good.
Yes. Yep. Is that what you were looking for? All right.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, comments from other council members? No? All right, I will entertain a motion to suspend the rules
Thank you.
by Mrs. Lukasak, seconded by Mr. Klitzka.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Okay, motion for adoption by Mrs. Hedges, seconded by Ms. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And is
Motion
assigned
carried.
761, 2025. An ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service to submit an application and enter into an agreement with the State of Ohio for State Capital Improvement Program, SCIP, and Local Transportation Improvement Program, LTIP, funds for the Street Improvement Project 2026.
Thank you. Last one, also from the Service Committee. Mr. Duval?
Last but not least, this is a recurring every year, basically for streets to seek funds, grants, and loans to proceed as we have in the past. Again, we're giving the safety director the ability to seek that process. We're authorizing him, telling them that the money behind anything that would need to match with is available.
Okay,
And again, as our committee's recommendations, we would approve this.
thank you. Any questions, comments?
No.
All right. Entertain a motion to suspend the rules. Mrs. Hedges? I will second that.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
Motion
Like to
for
make a motion
passage.
for passage, please?
Mr. Klitzka, seconded by Ms. Lukasak.
Hedges,
Yes.
Tice,
Yes.
Blitzka.
Yes.
Hallinan.
Yes.
Lukasak.
Yes.
Duval.
Yes.
And is assigned 762, 2025.
Thank you. 11 pieces of legislation. That's a lot. Made it through. Okay. Brings us to new business. Any new business that you'd like to?
I do need to announce that we will have a judicial committee meeting next Tuesday, July 22nd, here at Council Chambers at 6:30, please.
Okay, judicial on July 22nd at 6:30.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Very good. Anything else? I do have an announcement I would like to make. We have 2 tree commission members who have agreed to serve another term. Alan Gribler, who is a certified arborist, has served the city for 6 years already. And I'd like to make a motion to appoint Alan to a term on the tree commission that would end July 31st, 2028. A second? Seconded by Katie Hedges. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? All right. Alan will be appointed to another term. We also have Lisa Wiseman, who is a master gardener and also is currently attending the Tree Commission Academy that's put on by the Department of Natural Resources. I would like to make a motion to appoint Lisa to a term on the Tree Commission, also ending July 31st, 2028.
Second that motion.
Seconded by Mr. Klitzka. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, she will be appointed that term. So we have a motion to excuse Mr. Moats this evening
I'll make that.
by Mr. Hallinan, seconded by Mr. Klitzka. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. Anything else anybody can think of? All right,
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn by Mr. Hallinan. I will second that. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you for being with us this evening. Have a good night.